All right, let's take a look at Apple here. Apple really had a big push down day today, and it's beyond a lot of people's imagination, including mine. It actually closed down nearly 7%, including the couple bucks that had got sold off during the after hour. Closed down somewhere around 39.84, 39.85. So you can see that's sitting somewhere around 536. And the gap down here, and it's a big solid red candle and entering this gap zone here, this 540, 530. Let's take a look at the intraday chart here. This is the 15-minute intraday chart here. And as we recall from my last video before the trading week started, I was talking about I went short on this particular day here. I was short here and covered some of the short, sold some of the put, and took some profit. And when it came up here, and I scaled back in, so I was holding that with a stop of somewhere around above the 594 area. So you can see this the high on this day was 594.25. Then on Monday, it actually opened up, gapped up, and went to the high of 594.52. I held my position, and it came down. So still holding the position. Yesterday, it gapped down, and it came down, and we're talking about that it's going to come down and fill this 572 gap here because there's a little gap here. And it came down, filled that gap, held the position, didn't take any profit because I knew I was talking about that they have to get below this 5-day EMA here, this moving average, and it actually came down. And when you see a moving average start roll over, it's not going to roll over and reverse itself in one day. It usually stay down for a few days. So I held my position here, and today it just gapped down, even though the market is up in a overnight future on the S&P and the Nasdaq was up, but as soon as it opened, Apple has already been sold off a bit, and you can see that it just came down. Sold my put, took the profit when it held this 547. Thought it was it, and I put out a tweak actually during late afternoon or early late afternoon. Maybe an hour after lunch or something. Because when I see this 547 being holding up, I essentially saying that, hey, maybe the low of the day have been made, which is somewhere around the 544 area. But then, as you can see from this candle here, the last half an hour before the close, I guess the margin clerk really did his thing, and a lot of these probably a margin dump, and they just took it down to close down at 538.81 during the normal trading hour, and then the after hour took it down for a couple more points, and it closed at 536. So where did we go from here? Right now we talked about that if we can't hold the 572 initially, we were talking about if we can't hold the 572, it's going to come down, and most likely it's going to come down and try to fill this gap. Right now it's entering this gap, so we're basically looking for the possibility of filling this gap. Maybe not tomorrow because there's a big dump today, and there might be a little bit of a dip buying and that sort of thing, catching the knife and bargain hunting. So it might bring it up a little bit. But again, the trend is down. I wouldn't be touching this thing, not even long or short. I just wanted to see where it says stabilize. Because right now, if you look at the daily chart, there is nothing here for you to define your risk and reward. If you are still holding short, great for you. If you are not holding any short, then you definitely don't want to take any new position unless you're day trading. I mean, if that's your thing, then maybe Apple still got a lot of volatility to do a lot of good day trading. But for now, I'm stepping aside. I don't have any position. I'm just watching it. I do have a position on the Q with some put on the Q. So if Apple bringing the market down, I will, maybe make some little profit indirectly to Apple by trading the Q. But right now, I basically want to see what Apple going to do, even though it's going to come down, fill that, because with this kind of movement, it reverse, get a little bit of a just a bargain hunting pump, and you get caught on, get trapped with some of the short, or if you're trying to catch a falling knife and try to be cute and go long, then you might get trapped with another reversal downward, because there's that old saying, the stock goes up on a escalator, but it come down on an elevator, and you can see what that quote really imply. You can physically see this 3-day come down from what price here. We're talking about a high of 594 to 536. You go through the calculation. So good luck to you.